The arena. Yes. You guys arrive in the Snowdawn booth of the arena. There's not really an event going on at the moment. And in fact, it's worth noting that the arena seems to be surprisingly empty. It's it's a somewhat common hangout area when it's not being used, which is somewhat frequently. But there's like maybe one or two ungulates hanging around.
It's too quiet here.
I expected the sounds of combat.
What time of day is it?
Yeah, what time of day is it?
We'll say it's on towards the evening.
So the event's maybe over for the day.
But even still, there's usually some sort of after party. No.
Well, you know this place better than I do.
Yes.
Somebody sparring at the very least.
Mm-hmm. How many people are around here?
Well, in the place itself, just you guys. I'm referring out into the arena, like amongst the seating and all that jazz.
Only a few people in the seats.
Mm-hmm. Since the teleportation circle is set in the booth where it's visible, so basically they teleport and they can see the action right away. There's a couple other rooms to the booth, for like getting out of the noise and a place to eat some food and all that jazz. But they put the circle right there, so they can just pop on in and sit down. Don't miss a minute of the action.
Did I mention IRL that I really
That you really what?
hate stadiums?
The irony.
They're like loud, and I'm usually
Oh, okay.
like being dragged along to a place I don't care about.
Oh, I
see. I just kind of hate being in crowds in general.
Okay, so it's not.
I also hate that because it's loud and it blows out my ears.
Okay, so it's not so much that it's like the stadium itself as an architecture that you hate. It's just the what happens in it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Gotcha. Okay.
Dandy loves them because he's a sheep.
Yes.
There's so many people. It's all the people there.
I mean, sheep tend to be sociable creatures.
Anyway.
Yes.
So about this orb.
Yes, about that orb. Essentially, as long as you have that orb in your possession, you may run your character as per normal.
Handy, I guess.
Yes.
So, can he make his hair blue again?
So it's not a pearl of power.
I mean, if you want to have your blue hair back, yes.
It's not exactly a priority at the moment.
Just use prestidigitation on your hair.
But I presume then you guys head down to the fighter's pit?
I presume we do. The warrior's pit, you mean?
Yes, thank you.
Warriors.
Listen
As
to me.
opposed to the mage's pit.
I can't even get my own terminology right. Shame on me.
As opposed to the mage's pit, it's not allowed.
Yeah, not allowed. Segregation.
What about the multi-class pit?
Yeah, there's a multi-class pit, actually.
As you make your way down there, the rather eerie, the rather quietness of it is a little off-putting. At least so I assume. And when you arrive to the door, even the doorman isn't there, and the door appears to be shut tight.
Is there any signs of combat, like blood?
No, everything appears to be about as clean as could be expected around this area. I mean, you haven't gone into the room just yet, though.
And by clean, you mean it smells like sweat as
It smells less so. It smells a little less pungent.
So it's been cleaned.
Oh. Okay, now I know something's up.
Is this normal, Dandy?
Not at all.
Baiguang's gonna use his divine sense
Sense for the fiends.
Any desecration? The fight pit has been desecrated by
You
cleanliness.
sense. I think this is technically out of range, but whatever. You sense below you guys an extremely powerful sense of desecration.
Greater than 60 pup lengths.
Yes, technically speaking.
Oh well.
So you can't pinpoint its source, but there's some horrendously bad juju somewhere below you guys.
Wang looks down, only slightly surprised because he's getting Sapwood flashbacks now. There's something below us, he says aloud.
Something?
It feels similar to when we were at the Sapwood grounds.
Oh no.
I assume that's a bad feeling.
Yes.
Yes, it's same kind of place they were most likely taking you.
Yeah. We need to get down there as quickly as possible.
Well, in preparation, Vesper's going to cast Mage's Armor on himself.
Bagwang looks to Dandy. You know the inside of this place better than I do. Do you know if there's a basement or any
DM?
facility areas
There is.
that are not open to the public?
There are a few places to the arena that people don't really go to, partly because they're kind of old, or partly because they're in bad shape. There's not really a central. There's not really a central authority that takes care of the arena. Usually, the Grace guys kind of call dibs on regulations and taking care of it and stuff like that. But not the Grace guys, the Winterfrost family. But
There are no more Winterfrosts, so.
well, there's that too.
Well, there are Winterfrosts. They just
don't have
power
leadership
anymore.
currently.
But so there are a couple of places one could go.
Their captain of the guard is the only important person left alive, according to my notes.
I know there are a few sketchy.
And technically, Vixen is
places.
Vixen's technically a Winterfrost.
True.
Oh, she could step in.
For some reason, I keep forgetting to change in my notes that she's not actually a Snowdawn.
I mean, she's basically a Snowdawn. It's just by blood, she's a Winterfrost.
But I mean, I had her name written as Vixen Snowdawn in my
Gotcha.
notes.
If there are any places that they put a passageway downwards, then I know there are a few sketchy places that people don't look. We should check those first.
All right, I'll follow you.
Well,
I go to the places.
one of them is conveniently attached to the fighter's pit.
Get through the chopper.
It's just a passageway nobody really goes down. It doesn't really go anywhere particularly interesting. But entering the fighter's pit, you do see. I don't know why I didn't open this. There we are.
Vesper is also going to do a couple of other things in preparation, since he's still at 16 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's probably a good idea.
Dandy will empty out some healing on him.
Before he does
Oh,
that,
yeah. Don't just-
I'm going to channel divinity to bring myself back up to half health.
Does Dandy have that staff?
Yeah, he still does. He's never going to give it up, by the way.
Never gonna give it up.
Uh-oh. It's
I
not
don't think we
his.
had it.
It's not yours, Vesper.
I don't think we had a
not
chance
yours.
to give it back.
Okay, this should be the third use.
Oh.
4 health.
I'm gonna assume.
Fourth use.
I'm gonna assume nothing that's happened since getting Vesper back is counted as a short rest.
Things have been going pretty quickly.
That would just be
Fifth
too
use?
convenient.
God
Well,
damn it.
the conversation with Tonya could be considered physically restful. So if you want a short rest, I'll give it to you.
Yay! I get spell slots back.
I don't
I
get
could-
much.
I can do stuff.
Anyway, that's 18 health back. How are you feeling?
That is close to full. It's good enough.
On a
Okay.
scale of 1 to 42, I'm feeling 38.
That's not bad at all. What you talking about?
And one more thing he does is he uses an action to summon his familiar because
Ooh.
I give
Because of the wonderful
what's
things
it?
it does.
I give Deacon a small little pat.
Oh, yeah, his name is Deacon.
As you step in, you actually see Oyar. I think that's how it's said.
Which one was that?
Oyar is the foreigner, simple fellow who speaks simple rain, lives a
Hello,
simple life,
hello,
and fights a simple life, or fights a simple fight.
Oh, hey, Oyar.
He looks up. Oh, dandy!
Look, Oyar. Have you seen
Dandy
Dag
sheep,
anywhere?
come to Oyar. He wants to hug you.
Poppy in disguise.
he just imagines a scared face. And he's like reluctantly comes in, just like
No,
sighing
no.
to himself.
Oyar not wrestle you. Oyar just hug you.
That doesn't make me feel much better.
Well, Oyar can't wrestle you. Arena is closed.
He holds his hooves out. Holds a hoof out, I suppose.
No fighting. Arena
Yeah,
is closed.
For a hug.
Oh.
Here, come on, take the hug.
He takes the hug and is happy.
Woo.
Oyar
Yeah,
has
happy
happiness.
What manner of ungulate is Oyar?
Reindeer, I believe.
Yes, he's a reindeer, but he does not look like he was raised.
He's from a distant village.
And his physique is similar to Blitzen in that he's just, big, brutish, and he looks a little simple.
I see.
Listen, Oyar, there's trouble.
You will tell Oyar, right? I know more fighting. Oyar love fighting.
Even worse, Dag's been kidnapped.
Dandy sheep is funny.
I'm serious. There's
Bagwang steps up. I know it sounds unlikely, but nobody has seen him for a week.
and we knew that a certain cult wanted him.
He shakes his head. Dandy sheep, silly sheep. Oya don't know about this kidnapping or this cult, but Oya will say Dak has not been seen for a while.
You really think he could stay away from the arena for this long if he had a choice?
He thinks for a second. Now that Oyar think about it, Oyar remembers seeing Dag about a week ago.
Was he with anybody?
Oyar saw Dag come into Fighter Pit. Sorry, Warrior Pit. As Oyar was leaving for match. Oyar come back, Dag not here. Shrug. Oyar figured Dag left.
Likely not by choice.
Well, he pats Dandy on the head.
He doesn't. He's trying not to look like he enjoys it, but he kind of does.
Well, little sheep, Oyar must go. Oyar is bored, and Oyar must go find something to occupy Oyar's time. Good luck finding Dag.
Thank you.
That he-
Thank you for your information.
He sort of gives a salute and meanders
Yeah.
off.
Dandy gives a bow back. Well, I guess we need to keep looking. Perhaps there are more clues.
Yes, let's keep going. You said there was something near here?
Mm-hmm. I continue
it's-
to the sketchy place.
It's kind of like off the side hallway. It's
Okay.
it's a little out of the way, so the only time people go there is like maybe if they need to like focus a bit before a match, but generally speaking, it's not really visited much. And it's it's a small hallway that kind of bends off, and as far as you know, it leads to a dead end.
I will try to investigate it.
Go ahead and
Perhaps.
give me.
Assisted by Baiguang, and also by guidance.
Okay. I believe that is a +3 from me being aboard.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I put guidance in already.
Fair enough.
24, but with a nat 20.
I find it amusing that you rolled 20 on the 20 and 1 on the 4. Of course, I just find it amusing whenever I see red and green numbers.
It's
But,
Christmas.
Hand in
Merry
hand.
Christmas.
Well, as you investigate this not really anywhere place, you discover that a section of the wall is different than it was before. In fact, you crit, so you can tell that a section of it has been removed and put back.
He like looks at it slowly. I mean, Baiguan helped him, so he probably knows this too.
Seems a fair assumption.
We'll say the 17 was Baiguang.
He looks at the wall and you're thinking, and he just and he kicks out his flail. Thinking what I'm thinking, Baiguan?
I believe I am.
Yeah. He swings his body around and smashes the wall.
Couldn't you have just tried pushing it first?
He is a performer. Thank you very much.
Gotta be flashy, yo. Alright. It bursts open, and on the other side you see, a bit to your surprise, a very well-tiled floor. It's stone tiles, mind you, but it's surprisingly well-tiled and nice.
Oh no. I have to pay attention to my other screen now.
Vesper is there first.
Dandy, get in here.
You just say,
I'm here.
I'm gonna
I'm here.
I'm here for you, Vesper.
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here.
Sai Hong has been called out of her pocket dimension, but she is in Baiguang's saddlebags for now.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
And you...
Can I get a sprite for my familiar? Oh.
1 second. You said yours is a white raven, right?
Yeah, just any generic white bird probably would work.
I don't have a white one, but I do have a raven ready to go for reasons.
Well, we'll acknowledge on the stream it's a placeholder, and then we'll have a more proper one later.
That works just fine.
And what was that D12, Dandy?
Regaining health from
Gotcha.
the short rest.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, the short rest. I could use that as well.
Do I get what's it called? Inspiration back?
I don't know.
Where
Do
he
you?
uses it? Oh yeah, I also have Song of Rest. I'm done.
Oh yeah, Song of Rest might be useful.
I literally went away from the Bard page to search for the Bard page. I'm an idiot.
This is fine. Let's see.
Song of Rest, what is that? Oh, everyone.
You get
each
inspiration
creature
back
gains
on a long rest, unfortunately.
So sad.
What? Long rest?
Long rest for inspiration.
Okay, yeah, you get an extra 1d6 from Dander.
Dander. Watch your hair.
Dander.
Let me edit the freaking token D20 roll 20.
That is a really small raven.
It
Yeah,
won't let me
Raven's
edit the
arsenal.
token.
No,
Okay.
put it on top of Vesper Sprite. I want to see if that works the way I think it will. It doesn't quite line up as well as I hope. On a Longma, it
Just-
looks like it's sitting on his back. I
Just
think.
put it on his horn.
I can't modify it. I can't give you ownership of it. Like I'm trying, it just straight up won't let me edit it.
Oh no.
You broke
That's-
it.
I've never come across that before. That's kind of weird. Let me actually reload the
wait.
page real quick.
Are you
Solution.
sure it's not like on the map player or something?
No, it's objects and tokens.
Okay.
Solution, make me GM so I can erase everything.
I'm just gonna go ahead and reload the
Erase
page.
it all.
Burn the world.
But I have notes. Delicious DM notes.
I bet they taste delicious.
I mean, they're my DM notes. They probably taste like sharp edges in pain,
They probably taste
Paper
like
cuts
poppy.
everywhere.
pretty much. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just need to refresh it real quick. There we go.
Refreshing.
Control the tiny little raven.
Ooh.
Tiny burb.
There, that should make it a little
Oh,
more
no.
obvious.
But now it fits 4 squares.
But actually, hold on. We can be
Perfect
smart.
positioning.
We can be smart about this.
It's just on Danny's head now.
Perfect.
Timing.
I moved. I ruined it. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
There we go. Okay,
Curse you, Deacon.
that should make it much easier to see.
On the very dark gray background.
And the hallway ahead of you is nice and wide, large,
The long
poorly
hallway.
lit.
Bygorn is going to cast light.
Vesper will also cast light.
Dandy will cast nothing.
I'll add an
You
aura
cast
if you
it.
want me to, but otherwise I'll just
right,
leave it out off of there.
Dandy, you can have back one use of bardic inspiration.
You're so sweet.
I am the sweetest of DMs.
But unfortunately, you don't have a Vesper one.
Oh no.
The trade-off, of course, is you can have inspiration at the cost of your boyfriend's life.
What?
Oh no. Sacrifice your boyfriend
I'll
for more
take
time
it.
on the clock.
Oh no! Well,
What a bargain.
Whoa. Vesper, you don't feel so good.
Oh, no.
but
After all that, Staff of Healing.
I still have
Yes.
one mass cure wounds for.
how big are those light auras again?
20 foot, I think.
4 square, 20 foot bright, another 20 feet dim light. So 8 squares of some kind of light.
Gotcha. I turned on auras for you guys, so if you wouldn't mind giving some light auras,
Oh, okay. I was gonna avoid that unless you told us to.
go right
'Cause
ahead.
I know they sometimes make things hard to see.
I guess pick a dark gray color or something that isn't quite so garish.
Well,
Which
with-
color is that?
I went with the 1 step darker than white on the gray scale at the top.
Are you, is it whiter than Vesper?
Oh,
Now it's
what
white
just
Vesper.
happened?
Now we can see both of our auras.
Oh, good.
Ora.
What?
Is there a way to turn down or make it more
Nope.
transparent?
Well,
No.
you put it. First off, we're going to change it into a square aura.
Oh, I can.
I mean, I kind of like it as circles, unless it's just easier for you for revealing.
I'm going to try it this time to see how it works out. All right, I'm going to go back to the circles next time, but for now we'll stick with this. What did you say the reach was? Because I think you put it in feet versus the squares.
Oh, that might do it.
Well, no, the thing is set to.
No, I did
Yeah.
put it in.
Okay, yeah, it's 8 squares.
He had 60 squares instead of like 20
Yeah.
squares.
It's 8 For the bright or for the dim?
It's 4 bright and then 4 more dim, but I'm just doing 1 color, so it's not quite so messy.
Okay. Yeah,
That's not a
probably better
square.
enough.
But I set you to. Okay, there we go.
Guang is such a square.
Are you changing it back to circles?
Should it not
Who,
be circles?
me?
Yeah,
Uh,
because I
It should
keep
be a square. Yeah.
I keep changing your aura to square, and it keeps going back to circle. I'm like wondering if you're undoing me as I'm trying to do
well,
It might be because you both have them open to edit.
yeah, the
okay.
checkbox I left unchecked, so...
that. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Well, anyways,
Because when you hit save, it's like, yay, here you go, all these settings.
that said, yeah, we're gonna go back to circles next time. I don't like the squares; they don't look good.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we're gonna go with the squares
Can you
We're not good.
since we're here.
can you turn down the brightness of them so they're not so bright?
What we can do is we can change.
Just do a single 8 square aura instead of differentiating
make it
bright
a-
and dim.
Roughly dark. Yeah, that probably works.
Well, I'm actually setting the colors myself at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm actually going in there and physically changing it.
What is
Goblin, are you
Vesper's
typing
blue
it?
bar, by the
There we
way?
go.
What's what?
Your blue bar.
Just using it for channel divinity because I have nothing else to use it for.
Yeah.
It's your mana.
It's not
Alright.
mana.
Your side
Okay.
points.
Carry on. Yes, it's a long, old hallway, but it's when it was built, it appears to have been built with love.
Guang will step ahead.
What's built with level of
All right, and as you reach about there, you see in the distance some very, very familiar looking floor work.
Oh dear.
I run ahead.
Oh no.
You see darkness. There we go.
You see darkness.
I
The
cast a
darkness.
magic missile.
It's
All right,
been
and as you head forward, you see a pair of extremely heavy and very durable doors that have been, well, as you can
Undurable.
see, destroyed.
They have been undurable.
Yes,
Dag has that effect on doors.
their durability value has been reduced to 0. And as you
Zag!
take
Zag!
a step forward, you see increasingly familiar terrain.
I'll let Dandy stay in front, but I'll try to cast light as far forward as we can.
I'll just go ahead and do this for simplicity's sake. And
Dag is getting stabbed by tentacles.
there's a moment, and the darkness beneath it sort of shimmers, as it were, and almost as if coming out of some sort of fluid, you see Dag sort of bubble to the surface of an inky blackness. As he turns and looks, and you see his eyes are completely vacant. He sort of rears his head back and lets out a horrible, unearthly noise. Oh, wrong Dylan. Okay. A horrible, unearthly noise, and around him, from the darkness and from himself, emerges the shape of a horrid creature, the likes of which you've never seen before.
No. Well, I've seen it before. I headbutted one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually, we have seen danger.
What's
Yes.
your back?
Yes, because you guys fought the. Yes, there we go. Yes, it reminds you a lot of that horrible demon that crazed sociopath had.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
And-
no, we fought a lot of bears actually.
Yeah.
He's taking a step forward, so he's actually on the grid. And then in a voice that is unearthly and distant, Dundee.
What the heck? He breaks out his whip. I'm sorry for this.
And that's initiative.
That's also sessions. See you guys next month.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and to be continued.
Now this should not last long. I've said that several times. One of these days you'd think I'd learned my lesson.
Okay, put me on the tracker. This guy doesn't.
Oh,
NPCs game.
Yeah, also put Vesper on the tracker. Because
Oh, there we go.
And Deacon.
oh yeah, I need to roll initiative for him too.
Oh,
oh yeah, Deacon. Because Deacon is
Sandy is his own familiar. He doesn't need any of. No, he has Vesper as his familiar.
Oh no.
And what did Deacon get for initiative?
I have not rolled it yet. An 8.
8 it is. Well, no one is going last, so that's good. Well, I mean, none of the PCs are going last.
No one's going last ever.
Never
none of
again.
the PCs or their familiar.
Let's see, is this the...
Is
Last
this
no
the
longer
one?
exists.
Incoming music. I just gotta make sure it's the one I'm thinking it is.
You just call
Is it Rivers
call
in
it
the
furthest
Desert?
from first.
Yeah, this will do.
I need to turn another theme up.
Last no longer exists. You just call it furthest from first.
Dandy, it is your turn.
Demonstrating that slipperiness that Dag probably knows very well. Dandy is going to head over here.
He's gonna slip and slide.
Gonna tumble over here and whip him up.
Go for it. That is a hit.
God damn it, Trick, please don't convene me. Oh, and as a bonus action, he's going to throw out his dagger.
That's probably a good idea. Oh, right, dagger. Shoot. That's right, because you asked if you could have it as a character, and I said neither yea or nay because I was distracted by other things.
Dagger, that's a 18 for the dagger.
Give me a second. Alright, because I wanted to find a better dagger than what we used previously. Right, so we'll go ahead and go with this for the moment. There we go. We'll get an actual dagger, don't worry. Where'd you put the dagger? Actually, no, let me give it to you real quick. There you go, it is you.
15 hit, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. So that's 6, 7, and 8 damage. And yeah, I'm just gonna have it on my square. That'll be my
Alright.
turn.
Vesper, I hope you had your character sheet ready.
Mm.
Alright. Well, it is your turn, Vesper.
I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. So, I need another sword on the screen.
Ah, you people, and you're... Look at me. You get a rapier.
That works.
That'll do.
I can't though.
I'm working on it.
Corvine's
There you go.
I'll cast it on the other side. And I'm casting it at 4th level. So it takes a swing for...
I should be over here, so I can see what people are rolling.
Sorry, I was just looking at my attack bonus.
All right.
23 to hit.
That is definitely a hit. That was a big old smile on your face when you said.
You don't know.
You don't know me.
This is why Dandy likes Vesper.
For 10
All
damage.
right.
They get along well.
14 damage?
10
Anything else, Vesper?
damage. Yes,
Oh, 10
actually.
damage.
That was my bonus action, so I used my action to cast a Ray of Frost at it.
Freeze, please.
Which is the same modifier.
Chill out!
Oh, that probably won't hit.
Shoot, what game was that?
That was TFH.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Are you serious?
I play a lot of video games. Okay. Actually, I play the same like 2 or 3 video games. That's not the point.
Well, that's me too. So, I play Bayonetta, Binding of Isaac.
You play
Anyway.
video games. A
Oh,
lot.
that's. Sorry, that's the Ray of Frost. I'm sorry, that doesn't miss.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And
Anything
that,
else?
Doesn't hit as much.
that is it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Sayong.
Sai-Hong is going to grab an oil flask, fly down here, and that's all she's going to do for the moment. Oh, and also she's like up near the ceiling.
All right. Baiguang.
Baiguang is going to cast Mirror Image upon himself.
Sounds like a good idea.
That actually is a good idea. Why didn't I do that?
You had to cast Mage Armor for this.
To be fair, it's been a while since you've been in combat, Vesper. You're a little rusty.
This is true.
And he'll interpose himself between Dag and Vesper.
All right.
I also
That's
can't
his
cast
turn.
2 spells in 1 turn, so that's another good reason.
Deacon.
You can if one is a
Deacon
cantrip
is-
and one is a bonus action.
Do what?
You can if one is a cantrip and one is a bonus action.
Yes, that's what I did.
Yes.
Deacon is just going to fly in this direction and not do much else.
All right, sounds good. Makes it Dag's turn.
Sadly,
Why
no
did I
fly
not
die.
put this in a separate document? That would have been smart. But I did not.
I was assuming that Baiguang was going to flank.
All right.
Are we doing flanking?
Yeah. No, it doesn't matter. You probably
I
get a
wasn't-
better idea.
I wasn't aware that we were doing flanking in Fate of Foenum. I thought that was just being tested in Nature Campaign.
Dag is initiating a grapple with Dandy.
Oh.
He's going for it.
Well, he's not catching me.
Slippery.
Joke's on you. He rolled a 20 and has a +9.
I do think that defeats it. I just have to figure out the DC. I mean, you crit, so there's that. I just realized I forgot to actually total this up. Give me a hot second.
Oh, he actually rolls 8d20s and at 20 more of them.
No, he rolls
He-
80-20s, except for it's not an advantage, he just adds them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
Okay.
He's like the Ursa Major in Tales of...
Well, he turns, and he doesn't actually so much as the giant creature around him reaches 2 large arms towards you and attempts to wrap them around you. And failing that, it then turns and looks towards Baiguang and charges forward. Baiguang,
Andy knows what to do now.
make me
Oh.
a dexterity saving throw or a strength saving throw. Your choice.
So wait, does Dandy get an attack of opportunity from that movement?
Yes.
Let's see. You said athletics or acrobatics.
Well, strength or dexterity,
Strength or dexterity? Okay.
saving throws specifically.
Oh, saving throw.
He takes 6 damage.
All
Wait,
right.
did you say? Oh, that's the damage. Never mind.
I'm gonna use my luck blade to re-roll that. At least it
Good
wasn't
job.
1.
All right, you are knocked to the side as he just charges forward, and you take. Okay. You take 9 physical damage and 5 necrotic damage.
But that doesn't exist in this set.
That is correct.
Let's see. Checking something.
I see how it is.
I resist radiant, but not necrotic. Shame. How much did you say I take?
You took 12 physical and 5 necrotic.
And does that do I roll for my mirror images?
All right.
I mean, he physically entered your space, so I think this sort of supersedes that.
So he swipes and hits all of us aside.
Well, he didn't swipe, he just like charged forward and basically charged into you and just scattered you in your. You still have them. You just kind of got scattered like pinballs
Okay.
or like bowling pins.
But yeah, to reiterate, how much did I take?
You took
17 altogether.
yeah,
I didn't hear the number.
17 altogether.
17. Okay. There we go.
Also, for some reason, Roll20 is convinced that this DC value is a hyperlink.
Oh my.
But anyways, and that was Dag's turn.
Well then,
Which means it's Zandy's turn again.
that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is Vesper's AC?
With mage armor, it is 17.
I don't feel. So I wanted to cast some spells this combat. Now that's a bad idea. I'm gonna rage.
You coming, my boyfriend?
Yep. Yeah.
I like the way you die, boy.
Boy.
I like the way you
I'm
die.
not going to reckless attack and flank, and I'm gonna flank instead.
That seems like a good idea.
The classic Frankenstein maneuver.
Uh, 21.
That's a hit.
7 damage, and he's challenged.
Very good. This was the challenge token. That is also a hit.
Seven damage.
Doing 7 more damage. Anything else, Dandy?
That is my turn. I am not reckless.
Okay. That then makes it Vesper's turn.
I'll use a bonus action to move my spiritual weapon up and repeat its attack.
Go get him.
I think it hits.
That's a crit.
How?
Just roll damage.
I think it does actually crit. And yes, roll your damage and then we'll double it.
Perhaps in Act 3 I'll use the actual...
That's some good damage.
30!
That's some good damage.
Yeah, and
Wow.
anything,
Alright.
anything that uses an attack roll can crit. So, yay.
As that thing goes up and dives deep.
From way over there.
And this does do force damage, if that makes any difference.
Noted.
Now, am I actually next to him since I'm next to the red square, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the red square. The red square is the area he occupies.
I don't believe spells cause attacks of opportunity, but you could walk away.
Well, you can't walk away without provoking.
That's true.
That is why I'm going to cast. It's green flame blade, but it's not green. I refuse for it to be green.
It's blue flame blade.
Yes,
Mom.
it's blue flame blade.
I see we
Why
both
isn't that white
modified
flame
one word
blade?
of that
Are you
It's a-
still in your
It's
phase?
a radiant flame blade that does fire damage.
Are you still in your phase?
His blue phase is so strong it penetrates the spells.
I mean, Dandy's spells are blue for a different reason.
Is that a saving throw I make, or you use an attack
No,
roll?
it's an attack roll.
Okay.
And it.
Yeah, it's just a weapon attack that deals extra damage.
I'm assuming his horn ignites and then he stabs it into someone.
Some good attack rolls.
That is a good
almost
attack
got a
roll.
second one.
How much damage is that?
That does.
27 to. Oh,
If he's level 11, it's going to do a nice chunk of damage.
Oh, well, a decent chunk of damage.
13.
Respectable.
Not the best rolls, but not bad.
So does the bear try to intercept the attack?
Is this fluffy?
I mean, the bear is essentially completely covering Dag, so
So it's more of an Olivia situation.
Yes.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Vesper?
And with my
Yeah.
movement, I'm coming over here. And I don't provoke because I did use the melee attack.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're
Very good,
mobile, right?
That's a good one.
I'll have to remember that for spellcasters.
That
I mean,
was
that's
unfortunate.
That's what Kuapuka does.
I clicked back on my mouse and it took me to the previous page I was
No.
on.
Why would you do that? Except for Kuapuka, it's a class feature instead of a feat.
That's
Same idea.
Really good.
Yeah. Booming blade and then swashbuckler away.
So, Saihong.
Well, Saihong, as a free action, just drops the oil, and then harasses the. Oh, I used too much movement. Ignore that. 'Cause I was getting carried away. Saihong drops the oil as a free action, and then gives Bai Guang advantage as her action.
All right.
Well, he already had advantage.
Oh, true. She gives Vesper advantage.
Oh boy.
All right, Bagwong, your turn.
Let's see. Yeah, he's still gonna do what he was gonna do. He will also do a slightly modified green flame blade with his green flame bite. Let's see, I don't think I had quite fixed that, so I will have to do this in parts.
Luck teeth.
That is a hit. Doing 19 damage total.
Let me make sure that's accurate. That should.
Someone's pointing their ruler at me.
Senpai is noticing you. Don't worry about it.
Ignore 3 of that. Both of those did 8, so 16
Okay.
total. I need to fix that to account for my luck blade.
Gotcha. Anything else, Bagwong?
That's all Bagwang's gonna do for now.
All right, Deacon.
Deacon's not gonna do much.
Fair enough. All right, Dag lets out another roar, and this one is you feel it in your bones.
Before I forget,
Yeah, everyone's within 5 squares. All right, all of you need to make a wisdom.
I got
Oh yeah,
takes
did
an
the
additional
oil
5
get
damage
Did it get set on fire?
just now because I used a fire attack.
Right.
Mark, I always.
Well, this is
Am I
a fear
frightened
effect.
again?
This is a fear effect. Does that mean anything?
It means something
Not
to me.
anymore.
No, because he's a different type of barbarian now.
What kind of rate? What kind of save did you say? Wisdom?
Yes.
Yay, Longma.
And all right. And Dandy, you are struck with fear. You are frightened
Oh no.
as the
Yeah.
roar penetrates your heart, and your bravery fails you.
But you're not panicked this time.
Yeah, this is frightened, which means you have disadvantage.
You
Okay.
can't move closer. Oh no.
Yes, that too. So if he runs away, you can't get closer to him.
Okay.
And he's gonna try and grab you again.
Disadvantage on my acrobatics check.
Let me check, actually.
It's not a save, so
I wait, I think it is also skill checks, but I'll check for sure, but I think it is.
Well, go ahead and roll.
Ability checks and attack rolls while the source of sphere is in sight. And I think skill checks count as ability checks in this system.
oh yeah, so actually not saves.
Not saves? Oh yeah, not saves.
So everything except saves. And
So yeah, make an opposed grapple check with disadvantage then.
I'm gonna use my athletics then to not have disadvantage.
That works.
Because you're raging.
22.
nicely.
It's good, but not quite good enough as he wraps a big paw around you.
Okay.
And you take 8 physical damage and 6 necrotic damage. He then picks you up and tosses you over his head, slamming you next to Baiguang.
Hello.
Wow. Healing damage.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
I get a. I don't get disadvantage, right?
No.
I'm good.
All right, in that case, you only take 5 damage as you are slammed into the ground.
I don't believe this counts against damage reduction.
I mean, it is bludgeoning technically, if you think about it.
I think the implication is resistance to physical damage.
Yes. Does falling damage from him throwing him count as a type of damage that a barbarian rage would reduce?
For now, I'll say yes. I don't think it should, but I'll say yes for now, and then I'll look it up later.
I don't think it should either, but it makes sense contextually.
So for now, we'll say yes, and we'll worry about it come another time. That was Dag's turn.
All right. Dandy is in fear. In fear.
Yes. Big, scary deer bear thing.
And he's going to cast a spell upon him.
What spell is that?
That is Bane. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw it is. He fails.
Surprise!
Every attack, I believe every attack he makes, or every skill check, I think, he subtracts 1d3.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else, Dandy?
That is all.
Do you have to keep hitting him to keep your rage? Does that?
I
Well,
just dropped it.
Oh, you
You
dropped
cast
it.
a spell.
To
So.
cast a spell.
Also, can I don't think I can do this.
So Vesper, it's your turn. Take him out.
Here's a question: does that advantage apply to my spiritual weapon?
It's an attack roll.
It is an attack roll, but it's not coming directly from me, so I don't.
I'm gonna be a pedantic on this and say you have to specify the ally or the allies or summons.
I mean, the ally is rolling the attack.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make a DM ruling where you have to specify specifically if the ally has multiple sources of attacks. You have to specify which one. So
Can it be retroactive though?
that'll be my
this.
petty
That's fine.
DM ruling for the night.
That sounds silly, but okay.
Yes, but OC.
Mhm.
Since it wasn't specified before, can it be retroactive in this single case?
I probably shouldn't be this nice, but I will say sure.
Okay, the spiritual weapon has advantage.
Oh boy. Then it's going to make an attack.
That is a hit. I like how you roll double 15s.
I rolled
Your
like
advantage
double.
did nothing.
It didn't hurt.
Now,
I think I rolled a double number 2 just now. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Red and green.
Your blade finds a nice bite, and the bear is looking. There's like horrible juju licking. It's like shadow stuff is leaking out of it, and even there's a few wounds on Dag's body. They seem to mirror those on the bear, but are much less severe.
Does Baiguang mind if I put some space in between him and the boss?
He doesn't mind.
Then I'm going to use my action to cast Wall of Ice in between them. And
Just call them.
let's see how many squares.
Does Wall of Ice occupy its spaces?
It pushes him out of the space.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So something like that.
Oh no, that's Flame. That's not Dag.
And he needs to make
There we
a
go.
dex save or take damage.
He failed.
You're not even gonna ask for the saving DC.
He got a 6 total.
Aw. Well then he takes a lot of damage.
Nice.
That's a lot of damage.
The bear gets frozen solid. Oh,
Pretty fast.
jeez, that is a lot of damage. That's like getting hit by a fireball.
As the Wall of Ice,
So what happens
does
is we
it
have
come out of the ground? Does it like?
level 11 with it.
Does it suddenly appear? Like, how does this? What does this appearance
Probably
like?
springs out of the ground, May style.
Okay.
What's the word? Does it supplement?
As it
It also has sharp
as
edges.
it bursts
obviously.
out, as it pops out of the ground, the bear tumbles backwards, and there's a mighty roar, and then the bear just sort of explodes, and Dag goes tumbling backwards and lands hard, and his breathing is labored and quickly fading.
I
Massacre
Well,
wounds.
Sihon's
wall.
turn is next.
now.
And
Oh yes, I can dismiss it. It's concentration,
I mean-
so
All right. Well, no more ice wall.
also no more sword because that takes constant. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. I deleted that for no reason. It doesn't matter anymore.
No, you're like, no, I need to use my spiritual
It's-
weapon.
I-
Dad, get back up.
In my mind, I keep thinking spiritual weapon requires concentration, but it doesn't for whatever reason.
I'll just say if Dandy was going to do something, you can go ahead and do it. But I can cast Cure Wounds through Sihong, or I could have.
Dad, get back up. I'm not done with
I,
using my spiritual weapon.
I cast Cure Wounds through my own spell slot.
All right. You see some of the wounds close on Dag, and you see a bit of a shadowy presence begin to form around him, but it doesn't become more than a simple wisp.
Baiguang, can you do anything?
Let's see. So wait, Dandy tried to cast Cure Wounds, and
Yeah.
what did you say happened?
So some of Dag's wounds closed up, but in addition to that, there was some shadowy essence that began to form around him. It's nothing more than like almost a thin layer around his body, but it's there.
We need to pull him. We need to get him out of here. Here, everyone, crowd around.
Baiguang, it's probably not going to work, but just in case it does, Baiguang is going to cast Dispel Magic.
Indeed, it's beyond your current ken.
You had to try. In that case, he's going to use 5 points of Lay on Hooves to see if that cures it.
You do so.
Try to cure a curse.
Yeah.
You do so, and you see some more wounds close, and the shadowy essence around it become thicker. And
Well, I wasn't healing
No,
him.
he's not healing. He's
Oh,
trying
I
to
was
dispel
removing
a
effects.
curse.
it does not work.
Alas.
Going ahead and teleporting us all out.
But you don't have any teleports left. You used your last one.
That is.
No, I didn't. I used one. I used 1, 2.
And then somebody
used
else
one-
teleported us to the arena.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you had like 2 a day. Never mind then.
No,
No,
he has
I
3
agree.
days. Well, he has 1d3 a day, but he hasn't used it in a week, so.
Yeah.
There. All right, and where you go?
Snowdawn. Sunodan.
Snowdawn it is.
I go to Winterfrost. I mean Snowdawn.
I mean Gray Sky. Wait,
I got a great sky. They missed one of them.
Where are you going?
We pick up
Why are
Corvine
you
and
here?
friends.
I presume you're aiming for the circle.
Yeah.
All right. You pop in, and the servant is up. Yes, it. Master Dag.
Espen, we need him now.
Right. Yes. He runs off. And after a few brief moments, the air cackles, and Espen appears in the middle of the circle. The good thing telefragging doesn't exist in this universe.
The air cackles, you said?
Yes.
So
Cackles with
Espen
arcane
is,
energy.
Espen
It
is
doesn't crackle,
revealed to
it
be evil.
cackles.
Well, there might be some cackling if
Oh.
Espen was disposed to do so. Look, he might have shouted once or twice in his life, "It's alive!" But that's not the point right now. The point is Espen appears, looking frantic. What is it? Dag!
He's cursed. He was transformed into a intelligence check to put 2 and 2 together.
All right.
We started to heal him, but it seemed to be restoring the shadow creature.
I think it was a bear was what it was called.
Bear. I don't know what that means, but
A predator.
I see.
The form of one, anyway.
Yes.
He looks him over and picks up one of his legs, and you see the end of one of his legs. There's no longer a hoof, but some sort of fleshy appendage with large claws coming off of it.
Oh no. It's turning into a Periton.
I didn't say a talon.
How terrible.
He looks at it.
A fate worse than death.
Turning into a Barrington.
This. Wait. He looks it over. I don't know what this bear is, but I think he's changing into something, which means whatever happened to him. To my lab! Hurry, quickly!
Dandy uses muscle to carry everyone.
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 His muscle and his increased speed.
Yes.
So
He
he's the Sky of this campaign.
Yes.
then runs to the lab,
I suppose Sky
And-
is the Dandy of her campaign.
and you're
Well,
either
actually, no. Vesper actually outspeeds him, so.
Yeah, but I can't carry that.
And when you arrive, he hurriedly clears off the table, action movie style, regardless of what was actually on it.
We
You hear many
throw out,
shattering things.
Yes, and there's much regret as he's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well,
They'll cast
Use
mending on
mending,
the
yeah.
glass stuff later.
it was only a couple of years worth of work. I can always make it back up. No big deal, right?
Yep.
But
Dag is more important.
and he basically begins working on Dag. He brings over several reagents, puts them here and there. He starts incanting several things, and he's like,
Baiguang is just going to constantly cast guidance on him. Or constantly cast guidance.
he looks up and he's like, thank you, but this is going to take a while. This might even take a day or two.
He keeps
But
casting
I think
guidance.
I have time for Dag.
Me too.
Thank you. Yeah, he points to his assistant. Head upstairs. Tell him what happened. The assistant looks a little shocked that he would ask her to do something like that, but she heads to the exit and heads up. What did you see? What happened?
He was put into a circle just like every other person, but we weren't there to see it. We only saw this bear as the aftermath.
So you didn't actually catch any sort of like what made this happen?
We've caught it before. It's not here.
And unlike every other time, there were no cultists creating a circle or causing any of this to happen.
Wait.
There was no one performing the ritual. It was long over by the time we got there.
You mean it was just Dag?
It was just him as this giant, shadowy monster.
How strange.
The last time this happened, knocking the creature unconscious freed the ungulate inside, but like I said, healing Dag seemed to be restoring it, so we stopped.
Yes, that was a good move on your part. It seems you've done enough to sustain him, but not to bring whatever it is that's... He takes a look at a couple of spots. Yeah, it's... My preliminary examination tells me that what you're looking at isn't... Well, it is and isn't Dag. As much as he points over at the thing in the cage, as much as that thing is and isn't a reindeer. What you're looking at is, well, two creatures whose essences were smashed together to create a new whole.
Is he fresh enough to undo it?
I don't know. It'll be very... I have to... Takes a deep breath. Must remain calm. Must remain calm.
Baiguang druid crafts a pleasant scent.
That helps, thank you. You said Oystein was behind this?
We didn't see him or any of his subordinates this time, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I talked to Andreas, and he confirmed the accusations that were leveled against him.
The only person we met was another gladiator that Dandy knows. He says he saw Dag a week ago, and then saw that he wasn't there anymore and didn't think anything more of it at the time.
Well, for what it's worth, it looks like the creature you see before you is no more than a few days old. Perhaps even younger.
It's a week.
I don't know, but I wouldn't say older than a couple of days.
All right.
Which means they had him in captivity for a few days. Or perhaps he resisted it for a couple of days.
I'm sure he gave them quite a fight.
The thing about Dag that always impressed me was he doesn't have a lot of magical talent. And that he doesn't really have much by way of actual spellcraft or learning. but his sheer willpower and ability to resist the magic or resist magic is. I have seen few other individuals who can parallel this. So the fact that this happened is telling indeed.
As he fails against like the one spell that Danny's ever cast against him.
Oh! He looks up. Yes, your friends. The Miss Winterblood and the cocky one.
Science?
Yes, that's the one. I don't know why, but Andreas had me send them to House Grey Sky.
What about Amber?
Oh yes, the orange alpaca?
Mm-hmm.
I believe she went with him as well.
Have they returned?
Shakes his head. Not yet, not that I know of.
Should we go on check on them?
I can have Sai-Hong wait in the teleportation room. She'll let me know if they come back.
All right, go ahead.
Bai Guang sends Sai-Hong out, and she stealths just because not all of the house staff are accustomed to her.
As a side note, we'll end at the top of the hour.
Okay.
For those of you who are wondering how much longer we're going to go.
Okay.
So Sai and Corvine.
Just for shiggles.
Yes.
So when you guys
Reasonably selfish neck.
left, I failed to ask if you were going to try and take the teleportation circle out, or if you're going to go out through the main entrance.
We don't go in the front door, but we do go out the front door.
I figure it's worth. I figure it's worth clarifying.
So midnight, you're here, right?
Midnight?
Uh-oh.
So I'm paying midnight. So I'm paying midnight real quick.
Okay. So also, I should note that
Also pizza.
when Corvine's leaving, she's gonna take the time to tell Zeej that if she ever sees him again, then she's going to basically, she doesn't have time for him right now, but if they ever cross paths again, she's going to take him down.
Silence.
Hold on a second. There's a reply. I just gotta formulate the correct words in my mind. Why is it having so much trouble forming?
It happens.
Gotcha.
The music is familiar, and it's
Oh, yes,
that I can't pick it out.
What?
As you leave, he simply remarks to himself, "You're more an irritation than Ansiv is." Sorry, you're more of an irritation than Ansiv is.
She looks like she's gonna respond to that, but then she decides that clearing out is more important.
And he goes back
And,
to eat his oats.
Yes. It does appear he is indeed actually eating a bowl of oats.
He just sits down at one of the tables.
Yeah. He's hungry. Why not?
And then the guards that are knocked out.
Pretty much. And, I'm guessing Midnight hasn't responded yet?
Not as far as I've seen.
Fortunate. Is he red? Is he, do not disturb?
No, he is away. He's yellow.
Oh. DOS is unfortunate. That's who that is, okay. I just had to load up Steam to see if maybe I could catch him there. But I don't think I'm friends. I don't think I'm friends with him on Steam.
I'm friends with him on Steam. He is also away on Steam.
Well, try poking him on Steam. Who knows? Oh, there he is. I thought it was weird how I didn't have him as a friend. Oh no. Flashbacks of Nature Campaign. It's happening again!
It's
It keeps happening.
Well, gee, maybe if your session's been so boring, DM. Shut your face!
the most way.
That's perfectly exciting. For me.
I think it's more the
Well,
runtime
hey,
than the excitement.
I've had people fall asleep in my 3-hour sessions.
Well,
I fell asleep before it.
because I know Sae would love to have things to say, but we do need to finish. We've got 15 minutes yet, so...
Okay. So Corvine shows up along with the captives and the cow.
I presume you're heading to the teleportation circle?
Yes, I'm heading to the circle.
Alright. And,
No objections from the rest of the group. Sounds like.
And when you pop in, the resident servant just has a look of complete surprise and a bit shock. Almost like, and he sort of, there's a brief expression of, this place has gone to a madhouse. What is this? But he thinks better, especially when he notices True Heart. And he's like, I'll go get Andreas for you. And he heads up.
Oh, wait, this is after teleporting?
Yes.
Also, Sion.
I thought you were talking about the, servant who runs the circle on their side.
Nope. Again, Gray Sky is completely vacant for some reason.
That's
This
right.
is a madhouse.
Okay.
Also, Sihong.
Yes, Saihong flits excitedly around them and then settles on
thanks,
Amber's
Saihong.
shoulders.
And,
She
see.
likes the floof.
You guys were heading... That's right, you were heading to the circle to check up on him. And,
Well,
Just
Saihong
you-
was heading to the circle.
Can Baiguang respond to seeing them?
well, as you guys go into the teleportation circle, it suddenly flashes, and suddenly there is Corvine, Sae, a very injured-looking reindeer who seems somewhat similar to Corvine, and a whole menagerie of other ungulates
Oh, and Amber.
And Amber.
and Amber.
She's in the
Well,
menagerie.
she's well known.
Yeah,
There's
she's
also
in the menagerie.
even a Lanma in there in the group.
It's true. And a very exasperated-looking, surprised-looking servant who's probably actually, like, holding his heart, like, you know, like...
Sorry, I wasn't meaning to surprise you.
I just was not aware that the teleportation circle of House Snowdon had become public access. That's all.
It's more of saving reasons.
I see. Yes. I'll go get Andreas for he turns around. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. He sort of makes his way past Dandy and Amber and Saihong and runs upstairs.
Andy, is he here already?
Yes. You guys, when you guys stepped into
Yeah,
the
you guys
circle,
are at the door.
so
But
you
they
saw
go-
that.
I thought I was still with Espen.
Hmm.
I
Did
would
you
have
guys-
I would have greeted those two if
I think
if
who said they were going back to the circle?
Yeah, Saihong was the only one going back to the circle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My
yeah,
mistake.
That's why I was asking if Baiguang would have alerted everyone that they're
Yeah, no,
here.
once Saihong sees them there, though, Baiguang does tell Dandy that the others are back.
Yeah, he understands that he's going to keep casting guidance.
Gotcha. Okay.
And-
Sorry,
and
my
says that
mistake.
There's somebody new with them that might be Corvine's father.
Oh,
And many others.
He runs over there.
Actually, no, he doesn't say that there's a bunch of others while Espen is around, because doesn't want Vesper going on about commoners.
Yeah, me.
Doesn't want to distract him.
Yeah.
Right. Then, Corbin, where do you head after you pop in to existence?
Probably. I tell the servant that we have someone who we need to take prisoner, and gesture to the cow, and then I guess I take everyone to the waiting room.
Gotcha. All right.
Be sure to tell them that the cow surrendered.
Then,
Surrendered, quote unquote.
Yes.
for
Pretended
convenience
to
sake, we'll
surrender.
say, as you head up, Dandy, you happen to come across the menagerie heading to the main audience chamber.
Corvine, sorry. You wanted me to help you find your father.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Dag was kidnapped.
Of course.
He's currently going over. Espen's currently giving him an operation. Baiguang's helping him out.
Oh, is it that bad?
Mm-hmm. He's a couple days. By the time we got there, this ritual was long completed.
Oh.
He's been that way for a couple days.
But yes.
I'm sorry. We couldn't make it, but he's one of my best friends, and I
No.
leave him behind.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
What, you doubted me, Dandy? Leave you.
I wasn't sure if I could do it, but actually, it was easier than I expected.
Well, that's good. Puts a little weight off my mind. Baiguang seems to have it fun with Espen. If anything, I should probably get back to the operation in case anyone needs protecting from. Yeah, it's that bad.
Before you go, do you still have some healing? My father's a little more beat up than he probably should be.
Danny casts a spell on his own. Because actually, no, he just uses the staff.
All right.
Oh, also, Sai Hong attempts to get Dandy's attention and does her darndest trying to pantomime writing on a piece of paper. She's trying to... I guess Dandy could roll insight to try and get what the message is.
First off, 11 healing.
Wow. All right.
And that's a six use, I believe. And insight is one of my worst skills, or wisdom is one of my worst stats, but I'm a bard, so it could work. Meh.
Stars, roll a persuade.
Does Sai Hong have to roll to persuade?
Yes.
That's gonna be fun. Nice.
It's a -3.
Oh.
Jeez.
To be fair, there's a lot of stuff going on, so
Her charisma score is 5.
Yeah, familiars don't get much in the way of skills usually.
Oh, she has no proficiencies.
Yeah.
there's that. So yeah, there's a. So bless
Does Ray
her
have no
heart, she
proficiencies?
tried, but
I have to double check that. I don't expect persuasion proficiency, but I have to check and make sure
Either way,
it's up on the sheet.
and as a
we don't have time.
moment, your father regains consciousness, but he seems still very much out of it. And a
Okay,
small
no,
army
nothing.
of servants begins coming down the hall. And one of them points over at the menagerie, and they
Get another
make their
6
way
hull.
over. Excuse me, but which one of you is True Heart?
He points his staff at Trueheart.
Corvine steps between them. Why do you want to know?
Andreas asked us to take him to one of the guest rooms.
She nods. I'll go with. I'm his daughter.
Ah, very good. They carefully pick him up.
He points at his staff at Trueheart. Hey, look,
To
it's
heal.
Trueheart.
To heal him more.
And they ferry him off.
Well done.
Corvine follows him.
Sai-Hung, are you trying to tell me something?
Sai-Hung is the worst at
Did
pantomime.
little Timmy fall in the well?
Dang it! I was typing
Sai-Hung, which direction should I go?
You took too long, I
Or
see.
to answer that.
Now your candy's gone.
That's what happened.
Wow.
Sai-Hung,
that. Wow.
Sai-Hung, which direction should I go in?
Sai-Hung looks resigned. Not that she can express that very well.
I mean, she can slump over.
She looks.
I suppose that should have just been a charisma check, since she has no skills.
I'll have to. Corvine needs her alone time with her father. I'll just go and try to see if, just try to make sure Dag doesn't berserk.
Oh,
I mean,
actually,
Your insight check does tell you that if Sai-Hong is acting excited, there's probably a reason for that.
Well,
guidance.
she appears that it's past.
Anyways, what were you saying, Stars?
Oh, I was very hurriedly looking down my list of spells to see if I had anything useful that's a touch spell, but not really.
Gotcha.
I could give Sai-Hong guidance and try again.
Well,
Oh
for the
well.
moment, let's not worry too much about that, especially since we are
Yeah,
nearly done.
I have tray minutes. I told OC
Anyway,
what she was
I
trying to
return.
convey, but oh well.
I
Well-
return to the thing instead,
Uh,
to the operating table.
Sai-Hong turns to Sae and attempts the same thing.
Shit.
That's a pretty good roll.
With a 12. Hey, the
Oh,
guidance
yeah.
canceled out the negative charisma.
All right. Well,
I know Midnight's not here, but Sai-Hong was going to try anyway.
for the sake of expediency, we'll say that it more or less worked.
I mean, a 12's pretty good for a negative thing.
For a
Yeah,
snack.
being a vigilante, she probably, has seen plenty of body language in her time, so I'm gonna give it to her.
Sai-Hong's trying. And Espen's
So-
like, why'd you stop?
So,
Because Sai-Hong had to cast guidance at someone else.
Dandy,
Yeah?
you said you were heading back to Dag, correct?
Yes, unless Sai-Hung has something else.
No, Sai-Hong has done what she can.
All right, and then Dandy, when you get back, what do you do?
I just stay back and have my whip ready.
All right. And as the two of them begin working, you can tell Espen is he's trying to keep his composure, but his emotions are slowly escaping from him. He's not becoming sloppy; he's just becoming hurried in his work.
He tries to calm him down, to just make sure that he's focused.
And
Just focus
as
and concentrate and stuff.
his emotions keep building,
No, never mind. He doesn't help.
oh, right, very good. It's kind of like telling someone be calm to someone who's panicking, and his emotions get more intense as he starts infusing more and more magic into what's going on, and even Baiguang begins to feel sort of an upped sense of urgency as he sort of becomes almost a maelstrom of magic and emotion sort of blurring together. And his directions go from calmly spoken to hurriedly said to near shouting to basically screaming. And finally he steps up to Dag to perform a fairly mundane task, and he slaps down on him and screams out, and his voice sort of resonates through the chamber, and you suddenly feel a strong sense of power fill the room in an unexpected way, and it's a sort of power and energy you've never really felt before. And the very air around Dag becomes almost thick as you see arcane energy sort of come off of him in flakes, and in the air above him it begins spinning tightly and becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, and finally as Espen is, you're not sure if he's aware of this, what's happening or not, but he finally just raises up his two hooves, lets out a mighty shout, and there's an explosion, sending everyone in the room back against the walls. No damage, but you still get knocked back.
I try to not get knocked back.
Fair enough, make me a saving throw.
Or strength saving throw, perhaps?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Alright.
I
You're knocked
try to
back.
cushion
You're knocked
Espen
back,
since
just
we
not
moved
onto
in.
your back. As in, you're pushed back like a couple of pup lengths.
Inches.
And in the air, just sort of hovering there, is the rather incorporeal form of the Pegasus No.
What?
And that's where we'll end session.
What?
What?
Oh my god.